I am going to hold your hand when I say this. Afterpay, Klarna, ZipPay, and all those buy now later platforms are not your friends. They do not have your best interest in heart. They're companies that are designed to pry and profit off your spending habits, off late payment fees, on you spending more money than you actually have and purchasing things that you really can't afford at that particular time. So I know you don't want to hear it, but they're not your friends.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
For the love of pepperoni, please, please, please do not do that shop now, pay later. It's not good for you or your credit card or your debit card. Just don't do shop now, pay later. If you got the money, you got the money. If you don't got the money, you don't have the money.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Smart Money Habits. Today we're talking about Klarna again. Some people say it's a horrible idea, and other people say it's not so bad as long as you're responsible.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Thank you guys for all the support you've given me lately. I really appreciate it. Hey, have you guys used Klarna yet? Leave a comment down below. And whether it's a okay idea or definitely horrible. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's jump right into it.
I got you, homie. Let's go.
I come to you today with a public service announcement about buy now, pay later apps. I saw that was a commonly searched term on TikTok, and it is more than applicable to mortgages. If you have heard of Affirm or Klarna or anything like that, if you're buying a house, don't use them. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Because it can affect how much you are pre-approved for and your purchase price, and we have to count those monthly payments into what you qualify for. And if it doesn't show up on your credit report, but you're making those payments out of your bank account, and we can see them coming out of your bank account, that could be really bad. So I recommend not using them if you are buying a house. If you aren't buying a house, have at her. But that's my
Hey, what do you guys think? Do you think that there's a reasonable way to use buy now, pay later deals? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think.
So I know I made a video about how the buy now, pay later services are going to start reflecting on your credit report and how it can negatively affect you, but I didn't talk about the positives because there most certainly are some positives if you need to build credit or if you have no credit. It can definitely help your credit report.
What do you mean by that?
If you need an installment on your credit, this will definitely help you. And if you have perfect payment history, this will definitely give you a boost. So it definitely can be beneficial. The only downside is that it's not going to last forever. As soon as you pay it off, it's going to close because these report as installments. So any type of installment has an end date. Because this has an end date, it means that it's going to be a closed account. So you definitely don't want to have too many of them reporting on your credit report because that could negatively start impacting your credit, but it can most certainly help your credit report if you are needing to build credit or have no credit. So if you are paying these on time and you have good payment history and you need to build credit, this is actually going to be really good for you.
No. Mm-mm. No. Hell no. No. I refuse. No.
Now, she does make some good points. As long as you're responsible, it's not really a problem. I just wouldn't recommend using Klarna on DoorDash at all. Period.
Using buy now, pay later does not make you broke. Just like using credit cards does not mean that you are broke or that you can't afford something. And I actually don't like this narrative. Living beyond your means genuinely just means that you can't afford the things that you are buying. It does not dictate that if you buy it a certain way that you can't afford something. And being an intentional spender means that you understand all your different ways that you can spend and you do it in a strategic way. Do I use buy now, pay later? No. It just never really fit in my money system. However, I have used Chase and Amex's buy now and pay later feature, and I don't really care for them. But I also don't assume anything about people, whether they choose to use it or not. Some people prefer buy now and pay later because they don't want to use credit and they don't want credit cards. For other people, it's psychological. They prefer seeing smaller amounts coming out of their account versus bigger amounts. There are also a few different use cases that I've heard that people use buy now, pay later that just make sense to me. Like one of my friends uses buy now, pay later to order clothes. She does her hauls, gets the same size of multiple pieces, the same thing, tries on what she can. So now it's like a $20 try on instead of a $200 try on, and sends back what she doesn't fit. It doesn't scream broke. It doesn't mean that you are living beyond your means. It is just what it is.
I actually like Klarna and buy now, pay later, and that may be extremely controversial, but I stick by my reasonings and I'm going to let you know why. Let's just add in here that buy now, pay later itself isn't actually a bad product if used correctly. However, I don't think it's marketed too well, and it can be bad if used incorrectly. This is one of the reasons why I like it. So let's use this as an example. So on Saturday, I'm going to a baby shower. I've organised the baby shower. So of course, the last thing I've thought about is my own outfit. The baby shower is literally in a couple of days, so I've panic bought loads of dresses because I need to find something for Saturday, and I'm going to end up sending majority of this order back because of course I'm only going to wear one dress, so I'm only keeping one dress. And when I got to checkout, Klarna was an option, so I can have the product now but pay in 30 days. And that's brilliant because within those 30 days, before I have to pay for all these products, I can send all of the dresses back that I won't be keeping, which means instead of paying, say, £100 for all of these dresses, I can pay in 30 days and pay for just the one that I've kept. This means that a big bulk of money hasn't come out of my account for stuff that I'm not keeping, and I don't have to wait for a refund to come through. So I'm keeping hold of my money and only paying for the thing that I actually kept, which I think is brilliant because I don't know about you, but I hate waiting for refunds. I feel like I've lost the money. It's annoying. I'm like, when is this refund going to come through? And it just messes around with your finances, especially if you're a budgeter. And another reason is being able to spread the cost. So again, another disclaimer, if you are someone who knows that you don't have the funds and you don't know where the funds are going to come from to pay for your Klarna or buy now, pay later, you shouldn't be using it. You need to make sure that you've got the money and you're using it correctly. But for example, Christmas is a very, very expensive time of year. You've got loads of social outgoings, you've got presents, you're buying outfits for yourself because of all these social events, and it's a busy time. So if you could use like pay in 3, why not, when you can pay it off in January, February, March, when typically a lot more people don't have as much going on and aren't spending as much as they are in December. So it can help you to budget better. The spreading the payments across different months is very good, and the buy now, pay later option where you literally get something, especially if, like me, you're ordering a big order that you know you're not going to keep much of, why not pay for it later and send it all back before you have to pay for it, and then you only have to pay for the stuff you actually kept. So yeah, they're my reasons that I actually do think buy now, pay later can be good. Again, it's not marketed too great, and I don't think it should be offered to everybody, and I think it should be regulated more than it is. But typically, if you do know that you've got the money and you're using it sensibly, I do think it does reap some benefits. Let me know what you think in the comments.
I just saw a report that said 36% of Americans are in travel debt willingly. That literally makes me want to throw up. I talked about this before and y'all literally dragged me in the comments saying, well, we're going to get into debt anyway, so we might as well have fun while we're doing it, traveling. No matter how much you try to flip this narrative, I'll never get down with this. You should be striving not to be in debt with anything. I don't care what it is. Soon as I saw that trend of people using the buy now, pay later services to book travel, I knew it was a wrap. If you're going to use those services, at least pay off the last trip before you go on the next one. You're setting yourself up for failure. Those services are literally worse than when you remember when we graduated from high school and they were sending out all those credit cards for you to apply for. It was like you're going to get approved easily. The buy now, pay later services are now that in the modern day. Listen, I love Gen Z. I love y'all thought process and everything. But this, y'all need to go talk to y'all mamas and daddies and get some freaking advice. Because you're going to be real mad when you get older and try to go get a loan for that $30,000 condo you're trying to pay because all the interest rates went all the way down to the ground. And now people are getting all the property for $0 on the dollar, but you can't get nothing because you went to Cancun. Went to Cancun and spent almost $20,000 on buy now, pay later credit. Where they do that at?
Hey, thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day too. Until next time, take care of yourself. And we out.